Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Elite. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller.
To continue to develop in the passing game. You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow...
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jamin Davis, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll run with with Gibson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They're going to look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They give it off here to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Second down. Here's an option right. A strong running. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after here coming up. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw now on 1st down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The quick slant caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded at the 27. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll run. It's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run with Gibson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on second down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
A try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Caught outright by Renfro. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Dak Prescott, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Here's the option.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Chase Young
in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his third.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Boswell's kick is good. And that gets him back within 10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
taking it about the 1.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Washington going to send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st down, Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
76 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So out come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 5. Back to Renfro again, complete.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
He gets this complete to Cephas. 7 yards, the pickup there.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 3. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to